Welcome, crypto fam, to the #1 daily Bitcoin pod. In today's show, I'll be breaking down the latest Bitcoin technical analysis as we do each and every day. Also, breaking news, Bitcoin is now officially accepted in over 380 businesses in Costa Rica. Pure Vida fam, the next Bitcoin country. Let's go. And quoting the high priest of Bitcoin, Max Kaiser, money printing is out of control. The people who control money printing are blaming free speech for their collapse. Bitcoin unalives fiat money and central banks. Bitcoin guarantees free speech. Also breaking news, German government transfers another 52 million in Bitcoin, threatening more Bitcoin selling pressure, which we're experiencing right now in the market. We're also going to be discussing Bitcoin miner Northern Data eyes $16 billion IPO for US cloud and mining units. We'll also be discussing experts say the latest SCOTUS opinions will limit the SEC power over crypto, as well as analyst says Bitcoin windup is going to shock many people, predicting a Bitcoin rally that pushes the price hard to $120,000 per coin. And speaking of bullish price predictions, we also have Fundstrats Thomas Lee, who says Bitcoin is gearing up for a sharp rebound for the rest of 2024, and also says that Bitcoin 150,000 is still likely here this year in 2024. We'll also be taking a look at the overall crypto market, all this, plus so much more in today's show. Welcome, crypto fan. What to do? We're streaming live on 3 platforms. We are on X, we are on Rumble, and we are on YouTube. Massive shout out to Chandy. Chandy 10 Music achieved 25,000 YouTube subs. That means she received 10,000 subs in the past 24 hours. Because remember, this time yesterday, we were like, yo, we need to get her to 20,000 subs. Well, lo and behold, she's now at 25,000. Thanks to the fam for showing your support. We appreciate it. If you're not already subscribed to the #1 Bitcoin music channel, do so now. You'll see the link in the description pinned on the top. Shout out to JC, Ice Eyes Baby, Mick Foofinator, Chris Klein, what it do, Nipsey in the building. We're heading to the moon. Shout out Greg, shout out Universal Marvel, and the rest of the fam, Devon. Let's go.
Oh my gosh, it's finally almost here. JV is going to talk to us. Crypto news is near. I can't stand waiting. There is no debating. I waited all day, maybe I need a life, but Bitcoin is all I can think about day and night. Hurry, JV.
Salute to the entire crypto fam. This spindrift kind of reminds me of champagne with the bubbles of flowing. Brand new cap, so I'm trying to bend my bill to get a little curvature. But nonetheless, shout out Sergio for hooking up with these new Bukele hats. The website, if anyone's interested, these are exclusive. He created them. It is bitcoincaps.net. Show him some support. Shout out Barek Monfils Evangelista. Happy Tuesday, fam. It is that time, isn't it? Shout out Melda. Always a pleasure. Always an honor. Shout out to all of our members of the channel. Shout out Judson, Fairgrounds, Exondolf, What It Do, Florida, Texas, no CBDCs ever. All systems a go. Bitcoin to the moon. Thank you, JV and the fam, for the amazing things. Wow, this fam is for real. That's what 100 right there. Shout out to the entire CNA fam. You guys are amazing. You know how we do. Bitcoin pull back some, but it is all good. Another BTFD opportunity. You digging the hat? That's what's up. We appreciate it. Shout out Diana Jones. Yeah, that's big. 25,000 subs. I've never seen another content creator reach that level of success on YouTube in such a short period of time. I've never seen it before. So whatever you're doing, in my opinion, is a omen from God to continue creating this Bitcoin music for the fam. And again, shout out to Chandy for doing it big. We're going to have a brand new track that she released. We're going to premiere it later on the Wumble because it's definitely adult content, but I think you guys are going to enjoy it, so stick around. Shout out Juan Romero. It's been a minute. Pura Vida. We're going to be discussing Bitcoin adoption over in Puerto Rico and Costa Rica, bro. So let's go. Shout out Ricky Norwood. What it do, brother? Chris Klein. Always an honor. Let's pump this mofo up. Let's get the market back in the green.
Pump, 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 pump it up. Pump, 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 pump it up.
Blame Germany not to compensate the government dump. Right on, Laser Cat. We're going to be discussing that as well today. El Dorena, what it do? I'm done with the dips. I'm ready for the lift off. Send it, man. This is behind us. Institutional money ahead. Toshi rocking into Mars. So Toshi, eh? The Satoshis? The Silva? Well, of course, we're heading where no man has gone before, infinity and beyond. If we can leave the firmament, that is, of course. Shout out to the Nippinator. Chilling like a villain. Stress-free. Welcome to the stream, family. And welcome everyone just joining us. If you're new to the channel, very important to smash those likes, subscribe to the #1 daily Bitcoin pod, and hit the bell icon to turn on all notifications. It's always greatly appreciated. And also, if you can repost this over on X and spread the word, we're going to be live for the next couple of hours, live and in the flesh. Today is pod episode number 1688. I'm your host, JV, and it is July 2nd, 2024. That's right, Independence Day holiday right around the corner here on Thursday. Market is currently correcting back in the red. We had a little bit of a pumpage past 48 hours, which is always fun. But anyways, let's kick it off with our market watch as we do each and every day. We can see Bitcoin trading just under 62,000. It's just good to see us maintaining above 60 Gs. We have Ether correcting, but maintaining above 3,400, while some of the alts are pumping, including Solana, Cardano, XRP, and Tron. And checking out coinmarketcap.com, we're sitting with a Bitcoin dominance of 53.2%, with the Ether dominance at 17.9%. And the current crypto market cap is sitting just shy of $2.3 trillion, and the Bitcoin market cap is just north of 1.2 trillion. And checking out the top 100 crypto gainers for the past 24 hours, we got Beam up 6%, Toncoin 5%, and Akash Network 3.5%. Below that, Solana, Floki, Near, and Cardano. Which alt, if any, fam, are you most bullish on for this particular bull? Holla at your boy. And checking out the crypto bubbles to get a visual perspective on the day. Safe to say, I'd say 70% of the market in the red, 30% in the green. And zooming out on the monthly for a broader perspective, unfortunately, 95% of the market bleeding in the red. And checking out the Crypto Greed and Fear Index, today we're neutral, 51. Yesterday, 53. Last week, 30 in fear. And last month, 73 in greed. So there you have it. Crypto fam. Where do you feel that Bitcoin price action will likely take us for this month of July? Holla. Joe Biden. Very well said play of words there, Joseph. Chris Klein is bullish on Floki. False move Monday yesterday, says Chris. 7-4 looks right on. Independence Day celebration. What you guys got going on for the holiday weekend, let me know. Hello from my main man from Skipton, North Yorkshire, UK. Shout out to James, UK in the building. Shout out all my European family. Coinbase is awful. The worst customer service or lack thereof. Move your assets to a wallet, as JV always says. Thanks for the reminder, Grant. That's something we should remind people of every day. Not your keys, not your coins. Take your crypto off the exchanges, put it in self-custody, and learn how to properly self-custody your biddies so that it becomes unconfiscatable, unf-wittable. All Bitcoin sitting in an ETF, sitting on an exchange is confiscatable because you don't even control the private keys. Keep that in mind, yo. Congrats on the channel, Chandy. Music keeps pumping out. The jams. That's what's up. Shout out McFoofinator. Yeah, so Yorkshire representing RNDR. Chris Klein also bullish on. Thank you for sharing. This is a live and interactive show, family. So if you guys are just watching from the Rumble or from the X, I encourage you to visit the direct YouTube stream. The direct link is cryptonewsalerts.net. That way you guys can interact, comments, and when we do our live Q&A session, you can ask me anything you like. JC, 225,000 end of the year, 500 to 750,000 as they cycle big. Let's go. Send it. Nacho keys, nacho cheese. 100% Barek. That's thy motto. Nacho keys, nacho cheese.
Look, pump it up if your game went long. When the dip hit, you just stay like King Kong.
All the biddies on cold wallet offline, recommending the Blue Wallet. Appreciate your insights there. De Silva, is anyone else using the Blue Wallet? Let me know. I've never heard of that one. Kenny G in the building, going to the beach to check out some G strings and biddies. Hashtag winning. Biddies and G strings. 100. Keep it at 100. And curious, what part of the world are you in? Checking out these beaches today. Let me know. Love the orange pill hat, by the way. Perfect for the deer camp. For the deer camp peeps. Word up. Reppin' Bukele. Again, shout out Sergio. Plug him. It is bitcoincaps.net. And you can get yourself the brand new Bukele 2029 election hats to show your support for El Salvador. Respect. Smash them likes, pump it up. Thank you, Devon. Pirate, welcome family. An anti-Bill Gates track. That's going to be an interesting one. Yes. And good-ish. But anyways, fam, let's dive into today's Bitcoin technical analysis. Check out some of the charts where the price action is likely to go next. We'll also pull up some of the live charts after I do some of the from the analysts. So here we go. Bitcoin circling 63 Gs as liquidity sparks hopes of 40%. Bitcoin price gains. Here you're looking at the 1 hour chart focused on 63 as attention switched to the macro liquidity changes. Trading views showed Bitcoin price action attempting to cement the gains, which accompanied the monthly close. Despite an overall failure to tackle the key resistance levels above 64 Gs, Bitcoin traders had renewed because of for optimism with July getting underway, quoting Rec Capital. Bitcoin has resumed its uptrend as he shares alongside the chart, highlighting the monthly close as a key sign of strength with a chart showing a breakout from the downtrend that characterized last month of June. The goal to build a foundation from which to be able to springboard to the range high area of 71.5 over time. And fellow trader Dan Crypto Trades placed emphasis on the US dollar liquidity trends, quoting him here. During this range, the Bitcoin price has moved mostly in line with the USD liquidity. We just saw a big decrease into a nice move up during this end of the quarter into the new quarter. Liquidity has moved little this year, but both Bitcoin and stocks have been front running a future expansion of USD liquidity. And in this chart, it shows you Bitcoin versus the US dollar liquidity. And you can see Bitcoin in the orange, USD liquidity in the blue. And now we have another analyst, Cole Garner, who went further, suggesting the recent Federal Reserve liquidity changes could have a tangible short-term impact on the Bitcoin price strength, quoting him here. Biggest Fed net liquidity rate to change spike in 15 months. Last time that happened, Bitcoin rose 40% in 1 week. Not assuming a repeat, but you love to see it. Amen. Send it. Now let's discuss the Bollinger Bands. On the weekly time frames, the Bollinger Bands are constricting to levels only seen a handful of times throughout Bitcoin history, which is a classic precursor to major breakouts. The phenomenon was observed by analyst Matthew Hyland, who shared here. Weekly Bollinger Bands have been only this constricted 4 other times in the entire history of Bitcoin. So there you go, yo. Now, breaking news in Costa Rica. Now, I got a lot of love because this was the first country I ever lived in outside the United States when I was a young man. I relocated to Costa Rica for a few years, and I love it out there personally. A beautiful country there in Central America. I encourage you guys to visit. One of my favorite places. Anyways, Bitcoin is now accepted in over 380 businesses in Costa Rica. Will Costa Rica become the next Bitcoin country? Let me know. I used to actually go to Nicaragua all the time to do my what do they call visa runs, you know, before the visa expires. I lived in the north part of Costa Rica, and I believe it was Guanacaste province. But nonetheless, family, let me know if you guys have ever been to Costa Rica. It's definitely a beautiful place to be. And what if it becomes the next Bitcoin country? Latin America takeover for the biddies. Let's freaking go. And responding to the FUD from the New York Times, they actually had a headline that said, "The First Amendment is out of control." I love Max's response. No, money printing is out of control. The people who control the money printing are blaming free speech for their collapse. Bitcoin kills fiat money and central banks. Bitcoin guarantees free speech. Amen to that. Now let's check out some of the live chart action, my friends. Let me pull this up for you guys. We're looking at TradingView via Coinbase. This is live and in the flesh right now. This is the 1 month chart, and then we'll zoom in to get different perspectives of where we're at and some of the targets as well. So in my opinion here, the 1 month chart is looking bullish as all hell. You know the common theme here. When in doubt, zoom out. I share that very often because it's so true. Bitcoin's been on a 15-year bull run if you want to zoom out far enough. Zooming into the weekly, here's the weekly chart. We do have some targets here. We have a bullish pennant target sitting at roughly 90,000. And we also have a more bullish pennant sitting at 106,000, which will take us to that 6-figure milestone. So as you can see, the weekly chart looking bullish as a mofo right now. Now let's zoom into the one-day chart. Should be looking pretty lit. Here we go. Actually, we've had a lot of sideways trading action here. We do have some targets, though. We have a target in the red for a falling wedge at roughly 73,000. And then we have one north for a bullish pennant, also sitting at 106,000. But we also have some bottom targets, one sitting at 53.6. And we have another one sitting at 47.7. And this, again, is on the one-day chart. Let's zoom in a little further. Check out the 4-hour. Again, live and in the flesh right now. We do have a rising wedge breakout occurring. We do have a big target sitting at 73.5, which would reunite us back towards price discovery. I believe the current all-time high of 73.8, which we achieved in mid-March. And we also have a bottom target in the green, which you can see in your screen at 57,500. And we're going to zoom in one more time and check out really briefly the 1-hour chart to see what's happening. We do got some action happening here with some tops, as you can see here highlighted in the pink. And we do have some targets as well to the downside. We have one at 61,000 and we have all the way down sitting at around the $57,000 level. So there you have it, my crypto La Familia. Let me know your thoughts regarding some of the charts and some of the price action and some of the analysis, and I'll read some more of the comments out loud. I spent 10 nights in Costa Rica. 6,000 square foot mansion was all ours for the price of a condo cost in Maui. Wow, that was 8 years ago. Beautiful, the place. That's pretty lit. Love to hear that. Yeah, a beautiful place. I've actually hosted a mastermind there. Feels like a previous lifetime, but before I got into crypto, it was like a high-end mastermind. We had a group of like 12 people, very high-end resort, and it was like golf cart resort style and monkeys everywhere. You can go feed the monkeys. It's pretty cool. I actually have some video footage feeding the monkeys, and you can actually put the food in your hand to the monkeys, and the monkeys will come down and they'll just very gently open your hand and take the food. I got some video footage of it. It was pretty cool. But yeah, Costa Rica is a pretty lit place to be. Pura Vida fam. That's the motto in Puerto Rico, which means pure life. Good stuff. If Bitcoin becomes the globally used currency and makes fiat currencies redundant, would people that price their goods and services in Bitcoin lower their prices as time, or would they raise? Asked Johnny Bravo. My new favorite sport is string bikini beach volleyball. Can't go wrong with that one. You don't care who wins. Amen, Grant. I think being on that beach, you're a winner. Just guaranteed winning. I have my own resorts in the Caribbean. Word up, Hector. Howler monkeys. They make the craziest sounds, right? And the best. What the sloth? Oh, the sloths are amazing. That's one of my favorite animals. Overhead on the wire, he knew what he or she was doing. Good stuff. We also have a Bitcoin song called I Am Satoshi Nakamoto, featuring all our favorite Bitcoin influencers from the last bull run. Of course, JV is mentioned in the lyrics. Appreciate it, Pirate. But yeah, let me know if anyone else has been to Costa Rica. JV and kombucha in the What is that? The afternoon there, Mr. Bone Daddy. Welcome to the stream, brother. And considering we're still at 60 G's, got to play the classics.
Bitcoin, 60 G's, 60 G's.
Buying opportunity for fifth level sexy G's. What do you think, JV? Oh, at the biddy, who cares about a roaring kitty? A boring kitty, not me. I'm for the bitty. I'm for the nippinator, I'm for Nipsey, not for the weirdo Kit Kat kitty cat. The kitty cat, I'm for stacking the sack.
That's what's up, Greg. Costa Rica basically powers all of Central America. Oh, and I've seen so many, I'll just reference it real quick, but we'll discuss more if you care in the uncensored version of the pod. But I've seen so many unidentified flying objects. We refer to those as UFOs. In Costa Rica, hundreds of them. And I'm not even exaggerating. I actually spent a couple of evenings in a farm in Terrialba, known for the cheese, like where they process a lot of cheese in Costa Rica. And there was an active volcano, and there's a connection between UFOs and volcanoes. You just see tons of UFOs entering and exiting volcanoes. I don't know if anyone has a connection putting two and two together, but active volcanoes and UFOs, there is a very strong connection. Also, there's an there is a infamous lake where I lived in a part of Costa Rica as well. I spent 1 year. I'll remember the lake later on, the specific lake, but there is a infamous story of a flying saucer UFO coming out of that lake in the ocean. And it's actually photographed by, it was actually on the cover of National Geographic, like back in the day. So it's not like a made up story. It's an actual UFO flying saucer out of the water, and there's a photo of it. So it's crazy. But anyways, there's a strong connection with UFOs in Costa Rica. I think it's something to do with the energy, the ley lines. Obviously, there's a lot of energy with volcanoes, so it's a mystery, but very interesting conversation. Monkey video, I'm gonna have to pull that one up. I definitely have photos and some video footage of it. Spent 2 weeks there 7 years ago. Jaco Beach. Okay, so when I first moved to Costa Rica, I lived 5 minutes from Jaco Beach. I lived in a private beach resort called Punta Leona, 5 minutes from Jaco Beach. So Jaco Beach is where we would go to the farmer's market and we do the grocery shopping. But I lived in Punta Leona, incredible place. Athena, awesome, but don't expect to get anywhere quick. I've been surfing there for 40 days in Aroca, Bruxa, Salsa Brava. Great people and food. I love the way questions get read, then just ignored. Well, I don't have an answer for you, or I'd make up an answer or something. So I read the question out loud. I don't have an answer, so I'm hoping someone else has an answer for you. But it's not, I'm trying to ignore it. I just don't know the answer, so I just went to another question or comment. Keeping it 100 with you. Volcanoes are petrified cathodes, pyramids from the previous epoch. I'm with you, Pirate. I definitely think there were advanced civilizations that come before us, 100%, more advanced than we are today. Love to see your monkey video, JV. Post it on X. Word. Satoshi was an alien. Was he? I saw a video of a monkey peeing in his mouth. So random. I guess I brought up the monkey topics. I think that the 4 ley lines crossed in that country, JV, well, there's a connection for sure. Definitely can feel, can feel the energy as well, I would say. Daddy O, what it do, bro? Welcome, family. Satoshi was an alien, more than likely.
Stack the sats, ain't no thing, baby. It's a chance to stack those sats, chance to stack the big T's.
And shout out to everyone on X. We're live and in the flesh. I'm going to be streaming for the next couple of hours. Welcome to the live stream. Appreciate y'all. If you can repost this, it tremendously will help the show get more eyeballs on it. I'm actually going to do that right now. Practice what I preach here. So as soon as you go to my X account, you'll see the live. And if you can just smash the heart, and then there's a retweet button, and then you have an option to do a quote, or you can just hit repost. I'm on the lazy spectrum, so I hit repost, and more eyeballs will see it. And if the 200 of you currently on X all hit the repost button, before you know it, we'll have 400, then 800, people. I know what we're capable of because we've had as many as 11,500 people on the X live stream. So that's if everyone comes together and reposts the content. We appreciate it. Creeper 420, what it do? Welcome, family. Better late than missing the show. You can always go back and catch what you missed in the first 20 minutes, but we're just getting started, really. We broke down the market watch as well as the live Q&A, and we're about to dive into our first featured story of the day. I do got a lot of news to share with you guys, as well as some bullishness from Fundstrats' Tom Lee. He still feels 150,000 likely in play for this year in 2024. Let me know if you guys agree with that.
Baby, you never heard about me with another coin. Bitcoin. Got my mind on my Bitcoin, and my Bitcoin on my mind. 60 G's, a buying opportunity. And on Bitcoin.
60 G's, take advantage of it. There will be a time when you never see these price actions like this ever again. 100%. Better late than never. 100. But anyways, next story. Let's discuss this government sell-off, which could be causing the most recent dip we're seeing in the price action. Headline reads, German government transfers another 52 milli in Bitcoin, threatening more Bitcoin. Selling pressure. That's right. The German government labeled crypto wallet has sold another 52 milli worth of Bitcoin, sparking suspicions that the government is selling its vast Bitcoin holdings. The wallet associated with the German government transferred 832 biddies in 4 individual transactions today, July 2nd. The wallet first sent 100 Bitcoin to Coinbase, 150 biddies to Bitstamp, and 32 biddies to Kraken, according to Arkham Intelligence. The lion's share, or 550 biddies, worth over 32 milli, was sent to the wallet 139 PO, which remains unknown but had previously received funds from the German government, including 500 BTC on June 25th and 800 BTC June 20th. Tracking the selling patterns of large Bitcoin holding entities can give investors valuable cues about the Bitcoin price, since large sell orders can create more downwards price pressure. Now, the BKA labeled wallet, which currently holds 43,850 biddies worth over $2.75 billion, could threaten the Bitcoin price due to more potential selling pressure. The Bitcoin price has been in a downtrend since the beginning of June, falling 7% during the past month. Bitcoin found a local bottom currently at 58.4 on June 24th before bouncing back above the $62,000 mark. According to Bitstamp, as you can see here, Bitcoin has amassed significant support at the 61.5 mark. However, a move below it would liquidate over $1 billion worth of leveraged long positions across all the exchanges, according to CoinGlass. Now, is the German government actively selling the biddies? This is the question. But besides the largest transfer, worth 32 million, the rest of the Bitcoin was transferred to centralized exchanges, which signals Germany's government is potentially looking to sell is Bitcoin, which is the most likely scenario. I mean, why else would you put the biddies on the exchange? Now, the German government label wallet first sparked suspicions of potential Bitcoin selling back on June 19th when it executed 6,500 biddies transfer worth over 425 million. Before the transfer, the wallet held nearly 50,000 Bitcoin since February 2024. The funds are believed to have been seized from the pirate movie website operator Movie 2K. So clearly, those biddies were, taken away from that. And that's where the government got them from in the first place. And they're currently dumping them or looking to obviously get rid of more for whatever reason. And that's what's potentially causing this correction in the market right now. So there you have it. Whew, there's a mouthful. So dumb on their part. Yeah, I agree. I don't think governments should be selling the Bitcoin, but maybe that's their way of manipulating the price action and suppressing it. Maybe there is a, collective government agenda to do just that. Who really knows? The Dusty Hunt agree. I had some beer to celebrate Canada Day. Oh, what day is Canada Day, eh? Coffee, beer, and pizza. That's an interesting mix. Now, tell me, does beer go good with pizza? I know a lot of people love to drink beer with pizza, but is that really a good blend? I'm curious. I'm not a beer guy, so that's why I asked. Is it a coincidence that the German government sales, the USA government sales, and the Mt. Gox Bitcoin distributions are happening? I don't believe in coincidences, Grant. So I think you just nailed how I feel 100%. So very good question. BlackRock says, thank you. Stacking biddies on the low. Yeah. So they're allowing BlackRock, which some would say is one and the same with the U.S. government, an opportunity to get biddies on the low, and it could be an orchestrated effort 100%. Don't think just because it's a different country that these different country governments can't be working together. At least that's how I feel. Let me know your two Satoshis. UK sold half of its gold reserve at $276 an ounce. Wow, back in 1999, 2002. That is some idiot thinking on their part. Idiots, right? They would have had 10x gains as what is gold right now. I would assume 2,000 an ounce or in that ballpark. They not like us. Independence Day, eh? They sure not like us.
They not like us. They not like us. They not like us.
You nailed it, Marvel. Well said.
Pump it up, don't you know? Pump it up. You've got to pump it up.
Oh, they got a Peroni Italian beer. Now we're talking everlasting bliss. Anything made in Italy has my stamp of approval. We used to say warm beer and cold pizza for a hangover back in the day. Oh, word? Warm beer. Ew. Warm beer and cold pizza. That's interesting. I had it on vinyl, right on Devon. JV, I'm coming with some heavy questions for the Rumble time. Bring it, Jose. I'm locked and loaded and ready to go.
More than 5 shots and you stacked and get it on. Had the people on my back to get a song. Where's broke, have a talk, we smoked them like a bomb.
If you calculate how much Satoshi has, he is a trillionaire already and unreal. Is it that much? So are you saying 1.1 million Bitcoin at today's price of 62,000 is in the trillions? Let me know if I understand that correctly, because if so, World's first trillionaire in unrealized gains, yo. Incredible. Hair of the dog. That's a good strand of ganja. I'm familiar with it. My husband is backing up the travel trailer for the 4th. Where are you traveling to, Devon? And safe travels. Enjoy. Who else is going on a little holiday vacay during Independence Day holiday weekend? Let me know. Buying all kinds of Italian things to eat and drink lately. Hey, they make the best food. The Everlasting Bliss. Are you connected to the Everlasting Gobstopper? Tell the biddy to go up. Biddy, go up. North. This way. Straight up. Biddy up. Biddy up. Biddy up. Andale, andale. Biddy up. Biddy up. Biddy up. Anyways, I try. Let's see if the Bitcoin gods are listening to me today.
If it's not going to zero, it's going to 1 million. It's either nothing, right? If it's nothing, then it's getting scrubbed out.
Now, we all know Bitcoin is the best asset.
The mountains. Oh, snap. Enjoy that. Enjoy the montañas. Enjoy.
You agree? And there is no second best asset.
This is so true. But anyways, next story of the day. We broke down the latest with the government sell-off over there in Germany. Now let's discuss this $16 billion IPO. Check it. Headline reads, Bitcoin miner Northern Data eyes $16 billion IPO for U.S. cloud and mining units. That's what's up. The German, we're just speaking of Germany, German Bitcoin miner and cloud computing firm Northern Data AG is reportedly seeking an initial public offering for 2 of its entities in the U.S. at a valuation of up to $16 billion. That's a pretty massive valuation, family. And according to the July 1st report from Bloomberg, citing people familiar with the matter, executives of Northern Data, Europe's largest Bitcoin miner by market cap, have contacted several advisors about an IPO and are eyeing a potential listing in the first half of 2025. Let's go. Under the current plan, Northern Data would list the Taiga and Ardent entities on the NASDAQ, which comprise its cloud computing and data center arms, respectively. Northern Data's Bitcoin mining business, Peak Mining, also could see a separate listing, the firm reportedly told analysts and investors back in November. Northern Data considered an IPO listing for its crypto mining business in the U.S. in February of 2021. However, nothing came of it. The sources said the banks have suggested a valuation between $10 billion and $16 billion, but added that deliberations are still taking place. Plans may change, and Northern Data may even scrap the IPO altogether. I mean, here's the breaking news here. They didn't respond for, comments when reached out by Cointelegraph, but nonetheless, they were founded as Northern Bitcoin AG. That was back in Germany in 2009, making it one of the first Bitcoin mining firms to exist. The firm today has 3 business divisions, Taiga, Ardent, and Peak Mining, the latter being an U.S. Bitcoin mining unit with 700 megawatts of high-performance computer data centers in the development, which the company said will eventually provide up to 40 exahashes. For the period of time, Peak Mining focused its mining operations on the Ethereum network before it transitioned from proof of work to proof of stake September 2022. Bloomberg noted its focus has since switched back to Bitcoin. Now, Northern Data is one of the several Bitcoin miners that has expanded into the AI space as profit margins continue to thin in the mining sector. Core Scientific, TerraWolf, and Hut 8 Corp are amongst the other Bitcoin mining firms that have followed a similar trajectory in the recent months. Northern Data secured $610 million in debt financing from stablecoin issuer Tether in November 2023, that was more recently, to drive investments in its mining and AI businesses. So there you have it, yo, the $16 billion IPO from the Bitcoin miner over in Germany. Can you say bullish? That's what's up. JV can pull off anything, but I think he wants his bill less flat. Yeah, so it's a brand new hat. And you got to do this about 1,000 times, and then the bill will finally take shape. I'm trying to get a little curvature, but like right now, it'll be like in 1 minute, straight flat. You nailed it, Chandy. You know me too well. Chris Robinson, Bitcoin to the moon. You know it. Mr. Bone Daddy, statistically, if you look at the charts of the past halving of Bitcoin, you can see following the halving, Bitcoin moves sideways for 6 to 12 months. Plus, we're in the summer slump. You nailed it. It takes time to break in the new cap. Yeah. some of the caps, the bills was like already naturally, like the other ones, like naturally bent. But this style, yeah, it was just pure flat, like pancake. Planning to drive to the Italian mountains. Nice. Netherlands is so flat. Word up. I love the mountains as well. The mountains are beautiful. Good stuff. Hodl be thy name. Hodl, 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 hodl. Definitely what we should be doing right now. Patience is the key.
Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up.
Hola, John Doe. What it do? Welcome to the stream, bro. What is that? 68 million in unrealized gains, or is that billion? Or I'm going to assume billion. 68 billion in unrealized gains for Satoshi. Damn. 68 billion. Jesus. That's 1.1 million Bitcoin, I assume. Nipsey is so cute, he sleeps in his bed. Well, of course. Terrence Howard is Satoshi. I guess after that Joe Rogan interview. Where JV hats come from, you nailed it. Shout out Sergio for hooking it up. No curvature, no globe. Check our Flat Earth song out. It's called Flat Horizons. Respect. There's definitely no curvature on the earth. That's already been proven because, for example, and shout out Super King, where there are long stretches of the ocean, we now have obviously technology, video cameras and such that can zoom in and will not lose sight of the object, where if there was actually a curvature, as they tell us, there's no way you'd be able to see, let's say, that ship from a certain distance because there would have to be a curvature. So I've been fully convinced that there's no curvature and that we are stationary for maybe the past decade. They say I'm ahead of my time. And however, 99% of the people say I'm crazy. And I accept it. It's all good in the hood. My dog sleeps in my bed. Oh, word. My dog doesn't sleep in my bed. He's not allowed in my bed. So I keep it separate. He has his own bed. I don't like the dog hairs up in my bed, if you feel me. In the mountains of Thailand right now. We love it. That's what's up. Shout out Thailand, one of my favorite places as well. I actually have a good friend in Thailand. The next deceiver that claims to be Satoshi should pay tax on the unrealized gains. I know. They should have just allowed Craig Wright to pretend to be Satoshi and said, yeah, pay taxes on that. That'd been hilarious. I still think Steve Jobs was Satoshi. He stopped communicating what he was very right before the Jobs passed. That's actually interesting, Grant. Very interesting. We need more Bitcoiners here. When Bitcoin hits 100,000, I'm going to filter into this Thai community because I love the people here. Same. I love the Buddhist culture personally. I love the temples and just very kind people. It's very nice. It's a breath of fresh air when you get around very kind people because it's not the norm in the United States. Daddy-o, 68 billion. That's JV kind of money. We see so far. Our lyrics say JV. We say we saw the boat come back because that was the best proof there is. Facts. One of the many proofs. Amen to keeping the best dogs in the world separate. Mine takes every trash she finds and makes it many pieces of trash. And the door isn't closed. She thinks she owns the house. Oh, what kind of dog do you have, Chandy? I don't think I've ever asked you. El Salvador. Shout out Lewis. Bukele has been blessed. He has been blessing us 100. Do you pay taxes on unrealized gains? No, absolutely not. I love dogs, just not on my daggum bed. Same here. So Nipsey has a bed. That's like the old original bed we keep upstairs, and I drag it from the office to the room. And then downstairs, he has a new, nicer bed he chills in. So he has a bed downstairs and upstairs. But I allow him on the sofas. He's allowed on the sofas. I just don't allow him in the bed. It's just a weird thing. I don't like dogs in my bed. I own a house in the mountains in Thailand, an hour from Bangkok. Nice, Jerry. I wonder if Bukele can play the ukulele. Why? Because that instrument is very similar to his name. I just think very few the tech savvy to create the Bitcoin word. I need a punk singer to sing an election theme song mocking voters. You may want to use AI. You may want to reach out to Chandy there or Sats because anything's possible with AI. You don't need to sing. You don't need to find a singer. My cats sleep with me, and yeah, they leave their fur everywhere. Word up, Melda. We are all Satoshi. Bitcoin is digital Jesus. 369 Energy. Word up. Your music is awesome. Shout out, Steve. We appreciate the feedback. Yeah, yo.
Oompa loompa doompa doo. I've got another halving for you.
All right, so Chandy got a Saint Berdoodle. So hyperallergenic. Oh, that's what's up. Those are good dogs. Very nice. But anyways, fam, next story, eh? Let's discuss this latest case. Headline reads, experts say the latest SCOTUS opinions will limit the SEC power over crypto. That's right. In the last 7 days, the Supreme Court of the U.S. released 2 opinions that could have lasting implications for how the U.S. SEC handles enforcement actions against companies, including crypto firms. In a 6-3 decision released June 27th, the SEC versus JARC, the court's majority opinion held defendants in an SEC civil case concerning securities fraud are entitled to a jury trial rather than strictly adjudication by the administrative law judge. The court's conservative members said it's considered common law fraud principles when interpreting federal security laws, common law fraud, seemingly equating an SEC civil case involving securities fraud to a criminal case involving fraud. Now, SCOTUS followed the SEC versus JARC decision with a June 28th opinion, Loper Bright Enterprises versus Raimondo, overturning a 1984 ruling established the Chevron deference or doctrine. Though not explicitly referring to the SEC, the court's opinion would require the lower courts, kangaroo courts, that is, to exercise their independent judgment in deciding whether an agency has acted within its statutory authority and not defer to federal agencies' interpretation of the law, quoting them here. This has direct implications for the crypto industry, said the CEO Sheila Warren of the Crypto Council for Innovation. She says, the role and firepower of regulators like the SEC is in question if courts have the ability to step in. Make no mistake, the Supreme Court decision imposes clear limits on the regulatory overreach that has hampered innovation in crypto in the United States. Do you hear that? No Claire Gare. Just saying. In their dissent over the SEC versus JARC decision, Justice Sonia Sotomayor referred to the majority opinion as a power grab over policymaking in the U.S. Congress. Also, Justice Alina Kagan wrote a dissent in the Loper decision, saying the majority had a pattern of reversing settled law and overhauled a cornerstone of administrative law. The impact of these decisions on the SEC filing enforcement actions against crypto firms could mean an overwhelmed court system. And according to Joseph Linek, the partner at the international law firm of Dorsey & Whitney, courts obeying SCOTUS overturning the Chevron doctrine may be inundated with private parties who may now litigate and relitigate an agency interpretation, including creating conflicting decisions by the kangaroo courts. And with these rulings, the Supreme Court has not only succeeded in upending half a century of important legal precedent known as the Chevron doctrine, but also made it much easier for big wealthy corporations to benefit at the expense of ordinary people and escape civil penalties, said Representative Maxine Waters. Interesting. On June 28th, in response to the SCOTUS opinions, their conservative-led Supreme Court filed several opinions near the end of its term that have lasting implications for the SEC and the U.S. presidency. On July 1st, in a 6-3 ruling, the justices said former President Trump had at least presumptive immunity from prosecution for all his official acts while in office. Trump, who is running for re-election in 2024, has already been the first candidate with a criminal conviction, and an insane amount of them, might I add, like 70 of them or something silly, allegedly used his position to subvert the results of the 2020 presidential election. Both SCOTUS decisions came amid the SEC filing of an enforcement action against Consensus, the parent company of MetaMask. The regulator alleged Consensus operated as an unregistered broker and engaged in an unregistered offer and sale of securities through market swaps. So there you go, yo. And when I start thinking of the SEC, one song comes to my mind, and it's this one.
Too many frauds and scams.
These clowns trying to take us down. What a guy. Wow, what a guy. Wow, what a guy.
Guess who's back? Gary's back. Why are all those photos and video of Earth from space show it is round just like all the other planets of the solar system? It's called the fisheye lens. It's called deception and tomfoolery, Mr. Bone Daddy, but fantastic question. Even the windows in the planes are designed to create that effect. There are no flights below the 60th southern parallel. Why? Nor is there a recorded flight of the circumvention of the Earth around the Tropic of Capricorn. Flat Earth equals 70,000 miles. There you go, Greg. Hello, my family. Can't be long. Just checking in. And shout out to Candace Owens. I finally saw her actually make a video on Flat Earth. It's about time. Smash the like and subscribe. Instead of the Star Spangled Banner, it is going to be 60 G's music on the 4th. Heck yeah. Chandy 10 music for the win. You already know. Sats, thanks. I'm on it. Actually already been the music recorded. I just need the vocals. Right on. Yeah, so 68 trillion, not billion. He is a trillionaire. Good Lord. So how many commas is that? 1, 2. Are you sure 3 commas is trillion and not billion? Can someone confirm that? Because I didn't know. I guess I never ran the math, but I wouldn't have assumed he was already a trillionaire. I thought Bitcoin had to hit a higher number. So please just verify that for me. FGG, that's right. F Gary Gensler. Bitcoin doesn't need us. We need Bitcoin. They need Bitcoin. And look at NIP. That's the next indicator. Look at that. It's a very rare posture. You rarely see that from the NIP. He got 4 paws hanging out. He just made eye contact. Little cutie. And his tail is hanging out. All the legs are hanging out. He's chilling. It looks like he's channeling something. I think he's remote viewing. He's remote viewing the Bitcoin price at the time of the next halving in March of 2028 right now. Check our anti-lockdown song. It's called Wake Up. Right on. You can't tell if the Earth is round from a photo. It's called a circle. Is that not an indicator? Just saying. I know. It's the ultimate indicator we've all been awaiting. Nipinator indicator. 1 million. 1 million is a trillion. Well, there you go. 1 million times a million. Thank you, Joseph. So Satoshi then is a trillionaire in unrealized profits. Timo says Earth flat for sure. Bitcoin total market cap is about 1.25 trillion. That is correct, Lasercat. I'll give it a shot. Have a feeling I might be singing it myself. Much appreciated. Million is 6 zeros. Billion is, wow, 9 zeros. So gotcha. Stack them. Thank you, JC. Stacking them, Chris. That's exactly what we should be doing.
And let me just say,
Guess who's back again?
That's right. Remote viewing is the real deal. Nipsey knows what's good. Project Stargate. There's no up or down in outer space. Is there an outer space? Or is there an illusion of outer space? That's my question for the fam. Trillion equals 10 to the 12th. Word up.
I'm just.
Gary's back. Tell a friend.
Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back? So what's NASA's explanation for shooting footage under the water and pretending they're floating? Is there an explanation for that one? 12 zeros in a trillion. Thank you. So ultimately, that would be 4 commas then, correct? Joseph?
Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back?
Da-na-na. I've created a monster. Nobody wants to see Marshall no more. They want Shady. I'm chopped liver. Well, if you want Shady, this is what I'll give you. I think Nips is saying sideways for a while. I know. Look at him right now. No illusion. There's an outer space. Whatever you believe, that's cool. To each their own. I'm remote viewing JV right now. Oh, no. Everyone watching is apparently remote viewing me. There we go. But anyways, fam, we're going to have an interesting Q&A session here after the show ends, at least as far as after the content ends. So let's continue with this content day. We discussed the latest with the SEC abusing their power. Now let's discuss this $120,000 price target from an analyst. Then we'll discuss the latest from Fundstrats' Tom Lee, predicting $150,000 still likely for this year in 2024. Then we'll get into our live Q&A. And welcome everyone just joining the stream. Did my mouse just... Oh boy, my mouse isn't working. I think it must have died then. The battery's dead. So I'm going to plug this in and we're just going to kick it with Q&A for another couple of minutes so my mouse can charge. 1 second. That does happen from time to time. But just give me like 2 minutes and we'll continue with the content because, yeah, the mouse charges quick, but I had to plug her in. My bad, misread the numbers. So was I correct? Was it billions then, not trillions, right? Because that'd be a lot of trillions for 1 point. Because as it was referenced earlier in a way I can understand, 1 million times 1 million is a trillion. So if he only has roughly a million coins, then obviously it wouldn't be 30 trillion or 60 trillion. It would just be like close to 1 trillion, right? Glenn Ellison mentioned GG at MIT. Glenn is Caroline's dad. Coincidence? I don't believe in coincidences. Check out Santos Banaki if you still think you're a spinning ball. I know we're not a spinning ball, so you don't need to convince me, broski. But the majority of us are going to assume we're spinning because that's what we were taught. So we never challenged that when we were going to school. But who designed the educational system? The Rockefeller Foundation. So you already know. Mass deception in everything, right? You discovered fiat is a big fraud. Well, that's just the tip of the iceberg. Everything we're taught is a fraud. Everything. Like everything. There's no exceptions. Adam, JV loves Cardano. I don't. I actually look down upon it. So you can say I despise Cardano because I have no respect for Charles Hoskinson because he's an enemy of Bitcoin. And anyone who attacks Bitcoin, I'm a nice guy, but if you attack Bitcoin, I have no respect for you. That's just how I am. I respect everyone except enemies of Bitcoin, and anyone disrespecting the fam, then we got a problem. 1,000 Bitcoin equals 1 trillion. No, that's not true. I am putting Lotus seats in my Mr. 2. What is that? All good things, fam. Nice. Most definitely, says Chris Klein. Stay with it. Just takes a sec. You got it. So, yeah, yo.
Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Na, 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 na.
Amen. Rockefeller and Trump came from the same region in Germany, says Laser. He doesn't attack Bitcoin. He makes points. No, he definitely attacks Bitcoin, yo. I've seen the interviews where he directly attacks it and makes fun of it and ultimately says it's a POS and that his technology is superior. And so be it. That's his opinion. But that I don't have to pretend to worship the guy. I despise anyone who is an enemy of Bitcoin because I feel Bitcoin is the savior of humanity. Ain't no leader or person saving us. I don't care what politician you subscribe to. Bitcoin is our only savior at this point. So if you're an enemy of Bitcoin, you're an enemy of humanity. You're an enemy of sovereignty. You're an enemy of freedom and everything in between. That's just my opinion, and I'm entitled to my own opinion, especially being I host my own podcast, right? But I respect all opinions, so teach their own. I never had a wild whistleblower video to share if anyone is interested. Oh, you have a wild whistleblower video, right? All fiat always eventually returns to its intrinsic value, which is zero. Chandy, if lyrics only have a reference to the other artist, they let it through, but it is a sentence, a song, a reference needed to give cred on some level. They have their ways. ADA may be superior to Bitcoin. Bitcoin was first and was without CEO. Well, it's definitely not superior. It's ultimately a shitcoin. And prove me wrong. If you count 1 million seconds in an equivalent less than 12 days, 1 billion seconds is 32 years. 1 trillion seconds is 23,000 years. What altcoin are you most bullish on, JV? I'm going to go Stacks because it's on the Bitcoin blockchain. I'm bullish on it. I may or may not own some of it. You know what I mean? But I'm bullish on Stacks. And let's not front. I'm also bullish on Ether. Do I trust it as a store value? No. But it is the second largest altcoin, or I mean the second largest cryptocurrency. Obviously the biggest altcoin there is. But Bitcoin's in a category of its own, so nothing is really compared. I can't compare anything to Bitcoin because what Bitcoin does, nothing else can do, and Bitcoin's already achieved the escape velocity. You feel me? But anyways, I think my mouse should be good to go. So we got a little bit of charge in this mofo. If you count 22.3% inflation since Biden came into office. Biden. Oh boy, love Stacks. Good. There's no second best. There's a crypto asset called Bitcoin, right?
Which one's the best crypto asset? Well, Bitcoin's the best crypto asset. Okay. What's the second best? There is no second best.
I'm not saying I'm number one. I'm sorry, I lied. I'm number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Amen. Bitcoin is the king. Long live the king. Next story of the day. My mouse got enough charge to continue. So here we go. Next headline reads, analyst says Bitcoin wind up is going to shock many people and predicts a Bitcoin rally that pushes the price hard. And what do we see here? ETs. It looks like Melda the Grays. These are the Grays, FYI. So Melda, just saying. A closely followed strategist thinks that the Bitcoin consolidation around 60 Gs is setting up Bitcoin for a big breakout in the next few months. In a new strategy session, Jason Pizzino tells his subs, YouTube tends to lull the people into boredom before igniting a huge upside move. 100%. The consensus of the market, when everyone just like writes off Bitcoin, oh, we're going to be trading sideways, it's over, the bull market, it prematurely has ended. As soon as the consensus believes that, precisely what Bitcoin does show. I agree. The crypto trader notes that Bitcoin displayed the same behavior at around the same time last year before launching a nearly 3x surge. Now, where will we go from 3x from today's price at 6121.80? Send it. Let's get it. Quoting them here. This big wind up is going to shock many, many people. Look at what happened when Bitcoin wound up for about 7 months last time. March to the breakout in October of 2023. A big wind up of 7 months caused that huge move from 25,000 to 74. Not saying it has to do the exact same percentages. I am just talking about more significant move that pushes the price pretty damn hard. I don't know if it is going to be a straight line like it was in the last cycle. It could be a big pump up, a pullback, and then it just takes off again. And what the analyst is indicating, according to the chart in which he shared, is Bitcoin having a run up. Yeah, there'll be corrections along the way. In fact, it shows us hitting like maybe 95,000, correcting back down to 80, and then blasting, catapulting up to $119,000 per coin. Let me know if you agree, disagree with that sentiment. Now, Pizzino also says that it appears Bitcoin is following in the footsteps of the 2016 and 2017 bull market. How many of you were around back then for the 2016 halving? I actually entered Bitcoin in 2017, the year preceding the halving, but when I got in, it was only like $1,500 per bitty, and by the end of the year, December, $20,000 all-time high. Mind-boggling, right? In 2016, the Bitcoin bull market started slow before ultimately launching a parabolic rally that saw the Bitcoin record a sustained uptrend for more than a year. And according to Pizzino, Bitcoin seems to be mirroring the same organized move up, leading him to believe that the bitty may be gearing up for big rallies in the coming months. Quoting him again, if that is to occur again or similar, not exactly the same, it might have a nice big stretch of 3, 4, maybe 5 quarters of green. Now, hypothetically speaking, could you imagine the next 5 quarters pure green bullishness in the markets? I can definitely see it. But let me know your thoughts, fam, and let me know if you agree or disagree with the analysts that we could be approaching $119,000 per bitty. And we'll get back to the comments before we dive into our featured story of the day and get into some live Q&A, yo. 100% Bitcoin allocation, gang. Let's go. JV just might be 99.9%, but I wouldn't know because I lost all of my crypto in a global warming accident. Happens. Cardano. They never crash. Try to crash and lose your money. Decentralized protocol, says MJ. 99.5% allocation. Yeah, I'm probably similar to JC if I was to guess and didn't lose all of my crypto in a solar flare. Heck all, you want ADA? We'll take every dime you waste trying to hack. Yeah, censorship is very much a massive problem with AI and everything else now. That's because of the camera, same one NASA uses, says Adam. Check the rainbow chart. Sorry. Oh, we have covered the rainbow chart before, of course. 200,000 by the end of the year. Sorry, thought you were talking about JV, says Adam. 200,000, send it. I dig it. A rocket accident. Rocket accidents happen all the time. I mean, so many things can go wrong, you know what I mean? Some of you may have lost all your crypto listening to the Biden debate. It happens. One of the reasons I bought Bitcoin years ago is actually to fund the building of a boat. The building of a boat. The Ark, Noah's Ark. So it'd literally lose my biddies in a boat accident. Welcome to the club. 1 biddy gone, 2 biddy gone, 3 biddy gone, never be seen again. I lost my wallet in a fireworks accident. The M80 just exploded with the wallet. And I didn't write down the private key. It happens to me every 4th of July. Any new sats I stack, all the donations, all the sats, they just explode with the M80. Crazy, right? Anyways, yo. Welcome everyone joining the stream. We're about to dive into our feature story of the day. Please repost this. We're going to be live for like another hour. So make sure to share the live stream right now. We appreciate it. Yeah, good stuff.
Less mining rewards, more scarcity.
Flat Bill Gang. Where you at, Flat Bills? Oh my God. I know they sell the things where you can put your hat in it and it will bend it for you how you like it. I kind of need one of those right now. Or I can just go like this and read the whole story and maybe it'll stick. I don't know. Anyways, I left my wallet in El Segundo. Some lost their crypto in volcano mining. It happens, bro. It's very dangerous. There's a lot of risk out here with crypto. Jamie Dimon was right. This is high risk, pet rock-ish. Question, how many Bitcoin is there? Answer, 3.6 milli are permanently lost. Another 1 milli are held in over 100 original Satoshi wallets. 1.5 million remains to be mined. So there are only 15 million Bitcoin. Pretty precise, I would agree, in that ballpark as well, because so many of the biddies are lost and gone forever. So once people understand how limited of a supply there is and the scarcity, supply shock, demand shock, all hit a height, it's going to be game on. Yeah, you got to be careful about those exploding wallets, JV. They're dangerous to your biddies. I know. I learned from firsthand experience. Thanks for warning me now, JC.
What do you get when your printer goes burr? Inflate supply like the Federal Reserve. Value go down like a lead balloon.
What do we? Yes, most people on here be old by the time Web3 is in total use. We can all be like, I told you, it's about the Shiba Inu. Shiba, eh? How's she been? I know the Doge dog passed more recently. Saw everyone like, rest in peace, Doge. Is the Shiba Inu dog related to Doge or are they one and the same? I was always curious. They kind of looked similar. But I guess I've never done my research. But anyways, fam, if you're new to the channel, appreciate you here. Be sure to subscribe. Lost my biddies. It happens every 4th of July. We need a 4th of July special song for the CNA. Hey, I know just the gal to do that. Anyways, now for our feature story of the day. Let's discuss the latest from Fundstrats' Thomas Lee, projecting Bitcoin gearing up for a sharp rebound for the rest of 2024, and says that Bitcoin is still likely to hit $150,000 per coin. I'm getting ahead of myself with a $250,000 prediction, but nonetheless, I digress. Here's the latest from Tom Lee family. Check it. In a brand new interview in CNBC, he says Bitcoin still can hit 150,000 this year in 2024, which is 137% gain from the current value. Now, Lee says one reason to be bullish on Bitcoin is that the defunct crypto exchange Mt. Gox is now expected to finally repay creditors about 142,000 BTC, worth nearly $9 billion starting in July up to October, an event which had some long worried would be bearish for the crypto king, quoting him here from the interview. Bitcoin is probably suffering from the Mt. Gox starting distributions in July. That was a huge overhang for many years. But if I was investing in crypto knowing that one of the biggest overhangs is going to disappear in July, I think it's a reason to actually expect a pretty sharp rebound in the second half. So I think $150,000 Bitcoin is still possible this year. Amen to that. 6 figures, let's get it. He also continues, you know, one thing to keep in mind is that Bitcoin makes most of its gains with 10 days every year. So within a 10-day time frame, Bitcoin makes substantial gains. If you take out the 10 best days in a single year, Bitcoin actually has a negative return. Lee is also predicting stocks will end the year higher than they currently are, as he shared here on the interview. Now that we're in the mid-year 2025, the S&P 500 earnings look a lot stronger than we thought at the start of the year. We thought maybe $260. It's probably closer to $275, maybe $280, maybe even $285. And I think the multiple we thought originally could be 20 times that number for the next year. But given the Fed has more reasons to be dovish, and I think maybe the employment picture is softening, an example, PE, price to earnings, multiples actually could be higher by next year. So I'd say between now and year end, stocks should be higher. We have had a strong first half already, and the second half won't be as strong as the first half, but we should build upon those gains. So yeah, it looks pretty good. And to watch this interview he did on CNBC, check the show notes below the video in the description. I mean, this guy looks like he hasn't had any rest in a very long time, but I digress, man. Shout out Fundstrats, Tom Lee. What are your thoughts regarding a sharp rebound and potentially smashing 150,000 this year, as obviously the second half of the year is in play? Let me know your thoughts, and let's discuss some of these price actions, shall we? Welcome to the Q&A segment of the live show. Digital Dankness in the building. He says, 150,000 easy peasy. Bring it on. Send it. Tom Lee, so hot right now. Dusty Pop. Doge and Floki are both Shiba Inus. What do you mean by that? The same dog? Mount Gox might retard the fun for a while. 150 is doable. It's only 2.2x up. 100, yeah, exactly. Very doable. Thanksgiving is going to be fun when the boomers asking where they can buy the treasures. They're not like us. They're not like us. My neighbor asked if meme coins were Bitcoin. I went full TED Talk mode, like a 20-minute speech. I dig it. 200,000 by December. Now you're speaking my language, Mr. Photo Nakamoto. Doesn't look like he has a girlfriend yet either. Who you're referring to there? The dogs? The same breed? The same breed. So is that the name of the breed, Shiba Inu? I asked. I honestly don't even know. If is that the actual breed? Let me know. I'd be curious to know. 200,000. I mean, 200,000 sounds pretty lit. I personally think we hit the cycle peak most likely next year in 2025. That doesn't mean, though, we can't hit 150,000 this year. I just think we hit the peak of the cycle, the peak of the epoch. You know what I mean? I believe will occur next year in 2025. Typically, history has shown us Bitcoin goes parabolic in an 18-month window post-halving. So keep it in mind, we just had the halving April 19th, aka 420-ish. You know what I mean? So it just recently occurred. So more than likely, if history is to rhyme, we're going to peak out sometime next year. And I still am pretty confident, as well as with Tom Lee, that we get 150,000 this year. But time will tell. There's no guarantee there. And nothing shared in this stream is investment advice. Everything I share is for entertainment purposes only, including all the comments you'll read in the chat. That's all for entertainment purposes only. Think log. And next goal is 600,000. Logarithmic. 600G sounds good to me. We add a zero to the end of the price action. Bada boom, bada bing. It's a motherfucking win. I just want to hit 100,000 so I can party in Puerto Rico. I can't wait to meet you, Devon. It's going to be divine. Can't wait. Yes, a breed. Oh, so Shiba Inu is a dog breed. Now I know. You learn something new every day. Nipsey. You hear that? I wonder if the Shiba Inus get along with the Nippinator. Or would Nippinator attack? DD. That's right. We got a digital dankness and we got a divine Devon. DD. Meld of the Gray. What do we call them folks who hodl fiat currency?
But like most of the people who are buying assets at some point want to sell the assets at a profit.
What would Michael Saylor do? That should be a new bumper sticker, by the way.
People that use
purposely entertained
fiat currency.
JC, 225, end of the year, 500, 750, cycle peak. Add a zero to the previous epoch's all-time high. If that is true, 730,000 is the cycle peak. Amen to that. 730 sounds sexy to me.
As a store of value, we call them poor.
What do we call them, folks? Kepler, welcome, brother. Poor pleb, says Dankness. Longer consolidation equals longer bull run. Let's hope history rhymes.
We call them poor. People that
You nailed
use.
it. That's precisely. But here's what we're going to do. We're going to end the YouTube stream. We're going to continue because I want to get to the uncensored extended version of the pod. So if you're on X or Rumble, you golden right now. But if you're on YouTube, you ain't got to go home. But you got to get the frick out of here.
Hey, someone, give me the time.
Did I hear someone say that it's rummy rumble time? Bitty bitty up it's CPA.
Let me know when the YouTube stream is officially over on your end, so I know for sure, and that way I can play some music and all that fun stuff.
Rumble time, let's go see it there. It's such a great show. We'll talk about what we want without care. Let's say bye to YouTube. Run, don't walk. We love our
YouTube stream should be ending any moment.
Go over to Rumble, don't stumble.
We gotta get the frick out of here. Just saying. So head on over to Rumble. It's rumble.cryptonewsalerts.net. Again, rumble.cryptonewsalerts.net. And let's continue with the uncensored version of the pod. Let's go. Couldn't be more happy right now, yo. This is like
YouTube time is all in the past. For today, anyway. Now we're heading over to chat with our family at the Daily Rumble party. Hurry on over so we can freestyle chat. We'll get there fast and we'll take it slow. We'll talk to JV, light some sage and get on a roll. Let's go say what we want to say and play. I love to play. This is the best part of my day. Rumble time. It's Crypto News Alerts, uncensored fun time. Rumble time is party time. It's not